you gotta punch the screen.
Okay.
You're all set. Go ahead.
This is a committee of conference for the FY 2023 budget, and we have just a couple of items left. One is the 300 section. I had hoped that S11 would be finished, but that has not happened. So we want to start with positions. We had a couple of positions that we needed to deal with, and I think Representative Hooper, you had some maybe language from education to put in as well as the position. So we're going to start with the positions, at least the AOT one.
Yeah, so the positions that are in G800, the question was about in the ACCD positions, that one that's labeled as an AOT environmental specialist position. That does need to remain as that title because in the classification system, there's only one person that does that. There's only one description for the type of work this person would be doing. And this would be a position in housing and community affairs related to the housing investment piece.
So it's correct and it's in the right place. Okay.
However, we do have to take away one position in the A&R central office because the $2 million for the chargers in the wilderness didn't happen, so you don't need the positions. So we're going to take away one position there, and then we have to make one adjustment to the title of G. Yeah, we can't. The AOT, some of the AOT charging money is in general fund, not just ARPA. So we want to make it clear that these are positions that can be funded with.
So you mean on 170, 89?
Have we heard anything from the committee? Peter, do you have any outstanding?
I gave it already to Sarah.
Okay.
I did spot one thing and Stephanie's aware of it as well.
In 8, the one that would go is in 800 A9.
Say again, please, where we're going?
It's number 9 that would go.
Yeah, okay.
So the Agency of Natural Resources Central Office, 1 environmental analyst, 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The AOT rep.
And then the heading on G
ANR one because
ARPA funded limited service positions to ARPA and general fund one time positions.
Okay.
Okay, ARPA, yeah. And one time, general fund.
We had a lot of switch over.
Okay, yes. Okay. So what about the education position in language?
when I look here, it's 5.
Jane, we couldn't hear you. Were you, or Senator Kitchell?
Yes, my question was, did we had some conversation about language from the education committees that might have to come in here with a date and maybe in a position. Has that been resolved?
No, it has not. They're meeting at 3:30, and I think we just need to trust that process.
Okay, so that we may need to, the question is not a dispute, it's just a matter of adding it. Right?
I don't know what the conversation is. I know they're meeting at 3:30, and I think it's on them. They have a path to a solution.
Okay, so, but my last understanding is whatever they agreed to for language and the date and around the position, whatever that is, as long as it was Senate House agreement, then we were in concurrence to add the language if requested.
So we discussed that, but what I was trying to express is the education conferees are meeting and they have a bill that could manage that. So we may not need to do anything.
Okay, well, that's good. All right, but if not, then I think the only condition we had is that whatever, if anything needed to be in the budget, it would be something that language that they had agreed upon. But hopefully we won't need to do that. Okay. All right, thank you. And now we're back to the G300s.
You are.
And we had moved money around in terms of more on with the additional money that we had on the general fund contingent appropriation because of the higher revenues. we had freed up some additional ARPA money. And this is independent of S11, but what we had proposed to do was to address an area that was important to the administration, but also in ways that were consistent with what were legislative priorities. And that would be to put additional money. It was, at least as of now, 10 million, I believe.
So that might be slightly changed, but we,
Might be less.
a little bit less, but we might be able to, because it's probably the ARPA, you might be able to cover that. Let's do all of it, 30.
So we'll go with 30.
I think they are going to end up being at that $10 million number.
You do, okay.
All right, so we would go, what we would propose is the available 30 million in ARPA dollars would be in G300 to appropriate those dollars for the community economic development.
Revitalization.
And it's, I want to get the right term, but it's for community economic revitalization.
I believe it's called Community Recovery and Revitalization Grant Program.
Okay, that's, whatever that is the proper term, which really is important. No one really had a lot of support for the other grant program, but really wanted to do more. And we had done some along this line with downtown tax credits. And this really would be a way of moving money into the communities where the economic impact of COVID combined with sort of the economy that pre-existed, where the need is the greatest. So that would be, where would we put that, Stephanie?
So we've renumbered already, and so you'd be adding a new 5 to G300. That would be $30 million to the Agency of Commerce and Community Development for that community recovery and revitalization grant program.
Communities would be,
I'm sorry?
how many communities would be?
If communities would come to apply, it's not a,
So it would be, number 4 is 400,000.
so we've struck number 2, so if you're in G300,
Yeah.
we struck the judiciary and renumbered already.
Well, I was just looking at where number 5 is.
Which is, it will be a new subdivision in G300,
Okay,
sub A.
all right.
And Stephanie, can you repeat what you said? How are we wording that?
It'll be $30 million to the Agency of Commerce and Community Development, probably to the Department of Economic Development for, and we'll get the title of the grant program correct, but that Community Recovery and Revitalization Grant Program.
And I believe with that, we have closed out all our sections. And it's time for me to go.
5.
So, I guess we could shake hands virtually. And then, once we know that S11 is through, we'll just make sure that everything is lined up here. And we can move forward. So it's on a bittersweet note that I'm leaving early, but I'm sure everything will be fine, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, for all of the hard work that you have done, Senator Kitchell, I am sorry that we can't lean over the table and shake hands, but we do have an agreement. And I guess maybe we can shake hands tomorrow when we're back, even though we've agreed today, and we'll launch this bill today.
That sounds like a plan. So thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Ready to go off live?
Yes, I'm going to adjourn and we'll go offline.